Good morning and welcome to your WREA Wisconsin Wednesday conversation. Today we're talking about the dental and vision plans that you have available. My name is John Green with Association Member Benefits Advisors. We're joined by your Executive Director, Diane Wilczynski, as well as my co-host and your leader up in the Wisconsin area, MJ Woodall. So we appreciate you joining us today. I know that weather's kind of rolling around up there in the Midwest and upper Midwest, so I hope you're staying safe and preparing for a good Easter weekend. So just a couple of housekeeping details before we get started here. All participants are in a listen only mode. And that simply means that if you've got a question that you would like to ask, please drop that into Q&A and we can address it back to you specifically if it's something that's personal to you, or if it's something that the group could benefit from at large. We'll stop and answer that question as we go through as well. This webinar is pretty short. We are recording it, and we'll make it available on the WREA website. That's WREA.net. And you can go out and check that out there as well. You'll also notice this QR code down here in the bottom right-hand corner. If you want information about what we talk about today, I'm going to show you how you can use that QR code with your smartphone to get that information, and we'll be glad to assist you in those things like that as well. So lots of activity is going on up in Wisconsin, and Diane was sharing a little bit earlier about the pre-retirement seminars that are going on out there. So Diane, why don't you tell the group about that first and then talk about what members can get involved with? Because it's pretty exciting what WREA is doing for our active educators as well. So good morning.
Good morning, John, and good morning, everybody. Yes, as John said, MJ and I kind of do a road tour with all the pre-retirement seminars, and we had two recently that I did. One was in La Crosse, and we had over 100 people attend the La Crosse one. And this is primarily for people who are still working and spouses, etc. It was a great turnout and more than I thought was going to be. As a matter of fact, I did two of them. I did one in the morning for bus drivers also, and we had a great turnout for them also to talk about the retirement seminar. And then we just did one in Stevens Point last week, I believe is what it was. I'm losing track of time. And the person that I worked with in Stevens Point, the last number she gave me of attendance that had pre-registered was 55. Well, as we got there that night and we're sitting there waiting for it to start, MJ and I kind of look at one another because people keep coming in and keep coming in and keep coming in. They had double that amount in the room for the pre-retirement seminar. And I mean, it was great because we had a whole mixture of different type of people, husbands and wives, some people who are not in education, but may have been at one time, and just to learn more about it. And it was fantastic. The other thing I do also is, because there's legislation all the time that comes up that says that the way to ease the teacher shortage is to rehire retirees. And so I kind of do a straw poll of everybody at the meeting, and I say, let's all pretend we're retired, and let's pretend that the bill has been changed to allow you to go back and teach full time and get your pension. And so I ask, is that how many of you would go back and teach if that was allowable? Well, I did it in La Crosse, I did it in Stevens Point, and I got the same response. None.
Wow.
No hands went up in the room at all, which I think is very telling as to where teachers are, and when they retire for a reason and don't want to go back. So that was an interesting kind of anecdotal, little thing I do at all the retirement seminars. So anyway, getting into what's coming up, we have some really exciting things coming up at WREA. First of all, in a little less than a month, May 4th is our spring regional meeting in Stevens Point at the Holiday Inn. You can see the picture there. If you are not registered yet, you can go to our website and register online, again, at WREA.net. We have a full day you have an opportunity, if you're a member, to meet with your chapter and your regional director to go over what's working, what's not working, any new ideas. You will also see videos of the challenge awards that the foundation selects every spring, and this is going to be middle school, so you're going to see some really innovative programs. And then you're also going to learn about our strategic plan and where WREA is heading in the next 5 to 7 years. So you'll get a variety of information to keep you really apprised of where we are. So check it out. This is for everybody. It's not just for leaders of a chapter. Anybody can attend. So hopefully you'll check it out and you'll join us at Stevens Point. We also then right after that have a membership blitz coming up. This is our second one that we'll be doing May 8th through the 26th, where we work with MJ and with AMBA to grow our membership. And we do some special events. We do contests with the chapters to see how many new members they can bring in. And they do happy hours. We do a lot of things. We also have a Monday pep rally, and we have guest speakers from AMBA. So we do have a great buy-in, and I really want to thank AMBA for working with us on that. Check out the events on our website. I do want to mention an event that's coming up. I'm going to give you a very sneak peek at it with not a lot of details yet. June 22nd, mark your calendars. WREA is going to be hosting a special event, and we will be rolling out information on it starting the middle of this month. So check out social media on our Facebook post, check out the website. You'll be getting more information on that as we go forward. It's really a great event, and it's a good way for people to get together. So watch for that. It's I'm not going to say much more than that at this point, so stay tuned. Thanks, John.
Now you got me intrigued here, Diane, so I appreciate that. I love the reports from the pre-retirement seminars, and the fact that there are so many people that are interested in WREA and what you have to share, and what a service this is to give back to that community that most of you have retired from. And it's such a big deal. So looking forward to being able to see everybody with a membership blitz and continue to grow WREA. Go check out WREA.net. Such a great place that's out there as well. Real quickly, just some introductions. My name is John Green with Association Member Benefits Advisors. I live a little bit north of Houston with my wife, who's a second grade elementary school teacher. She's looking forward to Easter weekend. And my daughter is a student teaching. Hopefully she'll get a job as a music educator this fall. I've spent the better part of my career in classrooms helping educators understand what those retirement years look like. And so I appreciate the opportunity to join you today. Joined by my co-host and such a tremendous friend and supporter of WREA up in Wisconsin, that's MJ Woodall. MJ, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about your family and kind of give maybe a highlight that you've seen at these pre-retirement seminars as well.
Absolutely. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the call today. As John had mentioned, we get to work very closely together, which is great. And I love the relationship that he and I have. And I love the relationship with Diane and Annalise and all of you to be able to try to help you with everything that you have that you might have questions on, right? And that's what we're here for. So this is a picture of my family. I've got two boys that actually work alongside with me. John is on the left in that picture, Chris is on the right, and then I've got a team of additional advisors throughout the state of Wisconsin and a few other states that I work with. That little furry guy was very happy to see me last night. So when I walked in the door, I don't know what happened first, but he was jumping up and all spinning around and everything else. But that is Bucky. The first picture there is when we got him when he was 8 weeks old. And the second picture was his Gotcha Day picture. So 2 years later, last year. So he'll be 3 this June. And he's laying on the floor and will not leave me. I'm practically tripping over him when I walk right now, but that's to be expected for a few days. At these meetings, it's been great. I mean, first and foremost, as Diane mentioned, we're seeing not just the current educators, but they're bringing their spouses along who are very interested in what we have to offer. And they're very excited about the fact that not only are these benefits and perks that we have available for those that have been in the educational system, right? So whether they were teachers, administrators, cooks, bus drivers, you name it, and everything in between. Not only are they available for them, but they're also available for their families, which is great. So they're highly engaged, wanting to understand how does that work in retirement? And we talk about the things that impact you as you're stepping, from and making that transition from working right into those retirement years. So it's exciting to be able to see everybody. It's really exciting to be able to connect with them and to share with them what we have to offer and how we can best help them and continue to be there for them each step of their journey. So I'll turn it back to you, John.
Great. Thanks, MJ. Glad you're back safely at home out there as well. So, and Diane hit on these things. Those of you on this call, most of you are already retired. You're members of WREA, and we appreciate that because what you are working to protect with WREA impacts that next generation. And there were people who went ahead of you that are impacting, their efforts impact you now. Take care of your pension. Diane brags about this all the time. You've got the best pension system in the nation. And that's in large part to what the efforts that WREA and members of WREA have done to preserve those benefits, to preserve those, the pension, the things that you work for. And MJ talks about this all the time. Your small investment in WREA membership protects your biggest asset, and that's that pension that you cannot outlive. So that's what WREA does to help protect you, keeps you connected to the local community. Think about this in your local chapters across the state, the number of people who are coming to these pre-retirement seminars thinking about, what am I going to do once I retire? What a great way to bring them into your community and let them know that there's a safe place for them, that we've been here before. Here are the things you need to look out for. Here's how to make your pension stretch further. Here's how to take advantage of your benefits, how Medicare works, all this kind of stuff that WREA does on your behalf, and that you as members do that for the next generation that's coming up. So it's so important, and I appreciate you being a part of WREA. MJ touched on this. The value of having that partnership with WREA and AMBA is to help fill some of those gaps that when you left the schoolhouse, you weren't able to take with you. They're portable. Many of you snowbird down here in the South during the winter. There's not a network that you're tied into, so you can take them all across the country for you, and that you can extend them to your benefits, to your kids, your relatives, extend benefits to them. So many people, maybe they teach a little longer than they want to, simply because they need to provide benefits for their children. This is a way that you can provide those benefits for someone that you need to take care of and be able to retire comfortably as well. Today, we're going to talk about the most popular 2 plans that are available, show you how they work, and help you understand what's the best way to operate them, where you can use them. And then I'm going to show you a brand new benefit that I just discovered this week for dental policyholders, and show you some differences, help you make the most of your options out there. So let's roll on through this. We already have had a question. We've got somebody who's traveling. This is a travel weekend or a travel week with Easter. Please drive safe. We are recording this, and we will put this out on the WREA.net website probably sometime early next week, so you can review that with you as well. You have 2 plans that are available to you for dental and vision through WREA. These are provided to you through AMBA, through a company called Emeritus, which is the largest dental provider in the nation. You have great freedom with this dental plan. You can choose whatever dentist you want. You can choose the dentist that you've gone to forever, or you can choose one that is in their network and save an additional 20 to 40%, depending upon the type of procedure that you receive there. You have the ability to enroll whenever you want to, and there's no waiting period. So if you enrolled today, you can start next week. If you enroll at the end of the month, usually you have to wait till the first of the next month. But it's really simple to do that. There's no long-term contract that locks you in that says you've got to stay in it for a long time period here. And here's where we see a lot of times members of WREA can use this benefit and have their adult children enroll as well, because they're eligible to become members of WREA and take advantage of these benefits as well. So this is a way to extend your membership, help a family member out with some dental benefits, and get them to become a member of WREA as well. To protect your pocketbook and make that pension stretch a little further, they have a 2-year rate lock period, which means that rates will not increase in a 2-year period of time. Again, protects you. And there's a neat rewards program. We're going to talk about that rewards program because I have not seen anything like this anywhere in the country. And it allows you to build up more money to go towards procedures as well. So let's take a look at the plan. So let's open up and take a look at the plan. With any type of dental plan, there are 3 types or 3 classifications of procedures. With type 1, which are your routine cleanings and exams, you can get 2 of those a year. In network or out of network, it's paid 100%. If you use an in-network dentist, it's guaranteed 100%. Out of network, if that dentist charges usual and customary rates, it's covered 100% as well. Type 2, which are your small repairs, your fillings, your crown repairs, not a crown, but a crown repair, x-rays, things like that are covered at 80%. Your type 3, which is your more difficult procedures, your root canals, your crowns, dentures, oral surgery, things like that is covered at 50%. You have a maximum benefit of $1,500 per calendar year per person with a $75 per calendar year deductible. Now, those are your rates down there. We'll talk about the rates in just a moment, but I want to show you some things as we go through there a little bit more. And let's talk about the rewards. With the Emeritus Rewards Program, we want you to go see a dentist. We're going to reward you for going to see a dentist because good dental preventative care and cleaning can prevent future problems down the line. So as long as you have at least one dental claim each year and keep that dental claim below $500, you'll qualify for a reward. And I'll show you how that works in just a moment. So every year that you have a claim, so say every year you go have a cleaning or you have a filling done, something like that, and the claim is under $500, we'll add $250 into your benefits for the next year. And the max that you can carry over a period of 4 years is $1,000. So here's how this works. You go have a routine cleaning or a cavity fill this year, say it's $100, $100. Emeritus pays for the claim out there. So you have a $1,500 benefit this year. You'll kick in $250 in the next year because you get to carry over those rewards. You'll have $1,750 next year that you can use. So we have some members that will continue to get their benefits out there. They'll get their cleanings and they'll save up money for a crown or a major dental repair, something like that. The most you can carry over is $1,000. So again, you could get up to $2,500 worth of coverage in a given year after about 4 years with the plan, as long as you do have some claims out there. So it's very important to know you've got these benefits, but we want you to use the benefits. Very few companies will say, hey, you've got this, make a claim on it. We want you to make a claim on it because we want you to have good oral health and good dental health. Now, what if you took your dental coverage as COBRA from your district, or a spouse has dental coverage somewhere else, something like that? You can double dip with these plans. That's the neat thing about Emeritus. There's no worry about coordination of benefits. One says we'll pay 50% and the other pays 50%. You can get both. So all you have to do is just tell your dentist, please file this on both. That way you can make your money stretch further if you have coverage from somewhere else. So again, it allows you to do that overall. That's a neat feature. Not a lot of plans have this. This allows you to double dip. All right, as we talked about, there are member only, member plus one, and member plus family. So you can get your rates in here, very simple. MJ can show you how to do that, walk you through what the process is, and take you advantage of all the plans we've got out there. Now, here's the brand new benefit that I just learned about this past week. Emeritus dental policyholders have a free prescription drug card plan included as part of their plan. It's not a Part D substitute for Medicare. It's not insurance in any way, shape, or form. It just gives you the ability to go to over 60,000 pharmacies and save up to 65% on generics, 40% on brand names. It's just another way to save and stretch your money further. Another perk of being a WREA member and having an Emeritus dental policy out there. If you're already a dental policy holder and you're just checking in on this webinar to say, hey, what's going on out there? You can go out to emeritus.com and you can sign into your account or create one if you haven't signed in before, and you can print your card right there, take it to Walgreens and CVS, and they'll be glad to give you that discount out there. So again, another new perk. I'm learning about these new perks and benefits all the time. This is if you are already an Emeritus dental policy holder, this is a free perk on top of that. So again, just another way to stretch your membership, make your pension checks go a little further with some of the benefits that you can receive out there as well. So if you've got any questions, feel free to drop those into Q&A, and we'll be glad to stop and answer those as we go through there as well. So that wraps up the dental. It's very simple. It's a very simple plan that's out there. The biggest questions we get are, when do I get my cards? Those usually come about 2 weeks after you enroll if you haven't gotten those, along with the Emeritus phone number. 99% of the time, your dentist will be very familiar with Emeritus. They know about how to do any type of pre-approval process and the claim filing. You don't have to do anything on your end. That's the beautiful thing about this. You don't have to file claim paperwork afterwards. So now let's look at The other component, a lot of times members will get dental and vision coverage. You have vision plans that are available to you as a standalone plan as well. They are through VSP, which is another large provider out there. I'll kind of walk you through these plans. VSP is one of the largest vision networks out there. There are thousands of doctors all across the country, rural and metropolitan areas. Most of them are usually one-stop shops, meaning you can get your eye exams and your glasses right there on the spot. Local Walmarts, things like that. What I do with mine is I'll go into the Walmart eye doctor and get my exams and my prescription, and then I can go online to a different provider and save money that way with my vision plans, because you get certain co-pays or you get certain allowances. You get a free exam every 12 months. You get eyeglasses with a $25 copay. You get frames every 24 months. And depending upon what type of frame, there's certain allowances for frames. If you want to get really fancy designer frames, there's a savings on top of that, but they give you an allowance for certain frames, some brands. So sometimes you can walk out with, if you're getting just a night pair of glasses, with free glasses, because the frames are well below the allowance that's out there. It doesn't cost you anything beyond the copay out there. Lenses are covered every 12 months, and that's single, bifocal, trifocal lenses, 100% coverage on standard progressive lenses. And then if you get things like scratch coating, anti-reflective or UV protection coating, things like that, they will also save an additional discount on that. Contact lenses, you get them every 12 months. As far as contact lenses exams, if you're going to get, like I do, I get a contact lens exam, and then I pay a little bit extra for an eyeglass exam every couple of years because I don't wear eyeglasses all the time. You get an additional 20% off different things within the program as well. And then a lot of members will really take advantage of the 15% LASIK surgery option. Now, that is a way to save tremendous amount of money, as well as improve your vision, wipe out glasses and contacts going forward as well. Very simple to use. You can do this real quickly if you're an in-network or an out-of-network provider. Again, your exams and your lenses, if you go to an in-network doctor, all of those are covered. You get an allowance if you go to an out-of-network doctor. And then depending upon the frames that you choose, in-network versus out-of-network, there's different allowances. Same for contacts, up to $150. Again, I take my prescription from the Walmart eye doctor, send it in to 1-800-CONTACTS, and use my benefit that way. So it's real simple to use. Contacts, if they're medically necessary, are covered in full if you go about it that way. So we did talk about, Monica, you asked a question about lined trifocals. Lined trifocals do have the coverage. If it's not a lined trifocal, there'll be an allowance towards those lenses. So it's a little bit different, and you can call VSP to fix that as well. But that's a really good question out there. It's lined trifocals is covered 100% for the lenses. Other lenses, they treat as specialty, and you get a certain allowance towards those out there as well. So great question. Keep those questions coming in out there, and we can help you out for that and be glad to answer those questions for you as well. Again, you get in-network or out-of-network, it doesn't matter. It's $14.70 a month for members, $28.12 for a member plus one, and $31 plus for a member in a family. With my 5 kids, now I've spun one of them off because he's aged out, hallelujah. It's a pretty good plan, because going to the eye doctor once a year, getting new glasses and contacts easily is paid for with your vision benefits. So they highly encourage you to use that. So again, keep those questions coming. If you've got those questions in there, be glad to answer them for you. Again, this is a short webinar. I do want to mention, as we turn to spring, hopefully, there are many, many more discounts that are out there on the MyAMBA Discount Passport program. One of those is huge. If you are looking to go to Great Wolf Lodge, want to take the grandkids, or just want to get away, go up to the Dells. There are so many discounts on hotels up in the Dells right now, especially during shoulder season, not necessarily around Easter or around Memorial Day, but in May. You can get rooms, like in this situation, you can get a double room up at Great Wolf Lodge in the Dells for $99, normally $300+. They're just phenomenal savings out there on Passport. With Easter, with Mother's Day coming up, 15% off flowers, gifts, and goodies. Lots of travel discounts. Whirlpool, the inside pass, if you need any type of small appliance, big appliance replacement, go out and check out Passport. It is a free discount program to you as members of WREA. You can save up to 37% on your Whirlpool appliances replacements, things like that. So just a really good way to stretch those dollars even further, especially in times of inflation. MJ and her team can help you understand how to do that as we go forward as well. All right, lots of educational series webinars coming up. In May, we're going to talk about the basics of Medicare, coming up right after the meeting, protecting your nest egg on the 3rd of June. Then we're going to talk about emergency transportation issues in Wisconsin. The more the federal government tries to change things to reel in the costs of emergency transportation, the more ambulance providers find ways to wriggle out in the fine print. And we're going to show you how you can avoid any concerns about that with some new and enhanced benefits that are available to you as well. So take a look for those. Pay attention to the emails that get sent out, and it's also posted on WREA.net out there as well. And this is another time to put in a plug for the association in these webinars, simply because this is a great way to tell your friends, coworkers who were not members of WREA yet, especially during this membership drive that's coming up next month. Tell them about these webinars, get them involved and let them know you've got an opportunity to get a taste of what WREA does on your behalf. And here's why you need to become a member of this association to protect your pension and gain access to benefits as well. So tell your friends about that. We're going to wrap it up here, wrap it up a little bit early because it is a short conversation. If you've got questions, please drop those into Q&A. We'll be glad to answer those for you. But I do want to help you out with questions. If you've got questions or want to know more information about the dental and vision plans that WREA offers through AMBA and Emeritus and VSP, take your smartphone, open up your camera feature, hover over the QR code, and a little form will pop up. You can simply check a few boxes in there, dental vision benefit review, which is a very important thing to do this time of year, and send that back. And that's going to come to MJ. And MJ, tell the people on the call today what they can expect if they respond back and say, I want more information. How does that work?
Thanks, John. So what would happen is either myself or a member of my team will get that card, and we will absolutely reach out, give you a phone call. If you're not there, we're going to leave a message stating who we are with the best number to reach us back at. And then we will set up a review with you to review the benefits that you want to go over. Whether that's a complete review or specific to one or two benefits, it's totally up to you. But we definitely will reach out we will leave our first name, our last name, our phone number, and that we work with AMBA on behalf of your association. So.
All right. Thank you very much. And you can do this in person, on the phone, Zoom, however they want to, right? Okay.
We can do the meeting however they would like.
Okay, super. Thank you, MJ. Again, if you would like more information about these dental and vision plans, use that QR code on your smartphone, or if you're on a tablet or if you're driving, please don't do it while you're driving. You can always email me at john.green@amba.info. I would be glad to connect you with MJ and her team and make sure that you get the best answers and service and anything that you need to answer those questions and give you peace of mind out there. So I'm going to leave this up for just a few more minutes. Hope everyone has a tremendous rest of your Easter week going into Easter weekend. We look forward to seeing everyone in May and talking about, all the things that are out there, membership related, the spring meeting, all the fun stuff coming up. So have a tremendous rest of your week and take care, everyone.